Yeah, baby, here we go. You're listening to the Human Powered Life podcast, where we focus on helping you claim what's rightfully yours, your health, and your freedom. We explore the three main areas of health: the physical realm, the biochemical realm, and the mental and emotional realm. We also explore all the areas of lifestyle we can find that will help you live more abundantly, regardless of where you're starting. And remember, in life, you'll either make excuses or create results. You choose. I'm your host, Dr. Josh Hant, and I'm glad to be with you here today. Make sure to head on down to the show notes and click on the link to join our tribe of human-powered life heroes, where we'll update you on new shows, events, product launches, and so much more. Now, it's time to enjoy the show. Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm Dr. Josh Hant. This is the Human Powered Life podcast. This is episode 1, day 1 of the rest of our lives. Not really, but it always is, right? Every day we wake up, it's a great day. So I want to give you the lay of the land. But first, let me just tell you a little bit of a story on why we really started podcasting in the first place. You know, when I was in undergrad many years ago, I was sitting in a business ethics class and we were learning about how pharmaceutical companies were paying doctors in cars and vacations and homes and all these things so they can get more drugs to people. So they were ultimately putting profits before people. It was really disgusting because we know to this day that modern healthcare is the 3rd leading cause of death in the US. That's freaking nuts. So knowing this back in the day, this really ticked me off, really pissed me off. And I wanted to start some kind of health company that would impact other people, get people good information where they can learn to do simple things to be healthier, to be happier, not be reliant on that sick care system. Ultimately, you know, there is a need for emergency medicine, don't get me wrong, but what we've built in this country is a sick care system, a system that is making people of this country reliant on drugs from day one of their life to the day they're dead. Right? They make pharmaceutical companies like these gods. And I think really that your body is so unbelievably powerful, that the intelligence that runs this mainframe is so powerful that starting this company would enable people to lift that power up. And how we do that is a way for me to connect you to companies, to people, to things, to places, products, right? That will help elevate your health. I want you to focus on health care more, not sick care. Because with sick care, we're constantly going from crisis to crisis, which ultimately leads you down a very bad pathway. Right? When we look at the leading causes of death in the US being lifestyle based, I think we have the opportunity to make huge impacts on our very own health by making better decisions, by learning more, and then making better decisions again. So how this show is going to lay out and roll out for all of you, knowing that me wanting to start this company way back in the late 1990s, maybe early 2000s, is, now fast forward almost 20 plus years that I'm able to share this information with you with this show is what it's going to do. It's going to share guests that are going to give you information. They're going to share their stories, share their products, share their services, share things that are beneficial to humanity, right? About elevating your health by helping you unleash that human potential, right? Claiming what's rightfully yours, which is what? Your health, your life, right? It's yours. It's not anybody else's. It's not the government's. It's not big pharma's. So we're going to have interviews that are going to be amazing. We've interviewed so many people already, starting at the beginning of the year in 2022. I think you're going to absolutely love what we've put together for you. You're also going to have episodes with me, just me, sharing stories. And in my journey, I learned from sharing other people's stories. I learned from learning from their stories, right? So my journey as a chiropractor, as a natural healthcare practitioner, someone that's never been vaccinated in life, someone that has run over 100 miles, someone that has walked on fire, someone that has done sweat lodges, I've started to become aware that I have a lot to offer and a lot to share, and I probably should be sharing a lot more of my truths and my health and my life with all of you because yeah, has it all been, amazing? When I look back on it, I'm going to say yes, but man, there's been so many freaking challenges along the way. There's never not a challenge. Do I hate to have fun? Yeah, of course I get to have fun. You get to have fun. But where I learn to grow the most, where I get better at everything, is in challenging times. And I can tell you, just as a very simple example, how this evolution can occur. And I'm going to keep one of these stories really short here for you. But ultimately, many of you have heard it already. And it goes back to 2017 when I ran my first marathon. It was a trail marathon. I signed up for it. I trained really hard for it. I thought I knew everything. I did everything I was supposed to do. It was freaking awesome. What happened? I can't control Mother Nature, but I did pick a very hard marathon in the woods in upstate New York, a place called Bear Mountain. It's called the North Face Endurance Challenge. And, never done marathon before. So I'm like, before 40, I want to hit a marathon. And, I was under 40 at the time saying, I got to do this. So I go do this marathon. Mother Nature had it in for me. A lot of people didn't even start the race because the weather was so bad. It was May 5th, 2017. And it rained 3 inches during the race. It was 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was very technical terrain. So to say the least, made it fully through. I get through this thing, come across the finish line, pumped. I finished my first marathon, yes. But what was crazy about it is I pushed through so much physical discomfort during this. I don't remember the exact time. It was a long time. It was like a 6-hour, 7-hour marathon, something crazy because of the weather and obviously the terrain. I get through and I'm pre-hypothermic. I'm shaking. I'm cold. I thought it would be a good idea. I'm like, well, I'm going to run a marathon. Why do I need to wear something warm for? I'm going to be warm the whole freaking time. Not so true when it's 40 degrees and raining and you only have your body temperature keeping you warm when you're wearing a 1-layer long sleeve shirt here to keep you warm. But needless to say, I had pre-hypothermia. My hands were all sorts of jacked up. I couldn't really squeeze them. They were swollen like crazy. I was shivering like crazy. And at the end of these races, they usually give you a beer and some food. I couldn't even hold the beer cup, to give you an idea. It was so bad. And my wife had to help me take my shoes and socks off. I had to go sit in it's called the Bear Mountain Inn, this fancy place. I'm covered in mud and gross as can be, soaking wet to the core, frozen to the core. She had to help me take my socks off. I couldn't even take my own socks off and shoes off. My hands were so bad and I was so cold. So one of the things my wife said when we were done is she was great. You did your marathon. You're done with your crazy stuff now. Let's just get on with life again. And she probably knew in her heart that wasn't true. And I said, those people we saw in the morning, they were running before I started. Those are the 50K and 50-mile marathon, ultra marathon people. I want to be able to do one of those. She goes, really? I go, yeah, why not? I just finished something that was so damn hard, so physically, mentally, emotionally draining. If I can complete that in these harsh conditions, man, I felt like I could do anything. I felt like Superman. It was good. So needless to say, there's a lot to learn in the physical discomfort in life, right? Our psychology, actually, I should say, start another way. Our physiology, our physical physiology can impact our psychology, which can help you transcend, right? And that discomfort in the body can do that. I'm not having you just say, hey, listen, let me go stick a hammer in my hand, one hand, and smash my other hand. That's not the point. Doing hard things is where growth and evolution happens in your life. And for me, running has been an amazing teacher. So the story goes that I do a marathon, a full marathon. Then I decide I'm going to register that next year for a 50K. I give myself a year to do this, right? You don't need a year to do this. I gave myself a year to do that 50K. And I was like, I could do more than that. Then it became a 50-miler, then a 50 and a 50. And I just kept on doing these, ultras under, or I should say over 50K to 50 miles frequently. And I felt really, really good. I had training days where I trained multiple days in a row at 20 plus miles a day. I said, wow, this is really crazy. I can push myself really, really hard. What's next? So I registered for 100-mile ultramarathon. You can listen to the Race 100 on the Lifestyle Locker Radio podcast. But I go through that whole journey, and yeah, so like it's really powerful what can happen when you decide to challenge yourself, both mentally, physically, emotionally, and what you can do when you do this. If you use all of these challenges as learning experiences, you grow and get better from them. When you grow and get better from them, then the next thing shows up in life. Then the next thing. So by creating the Human Powered Life podcast is really just is really a manifestation, if you will, of my life, me sharing my life with all of you, sharing the journey, these conversations, these great guests that I get to have on my show with all of you. So I urge all of you to, listen to these episodes. And then secondly, when the episode is over, you can head over to lifestylelocker.com. So if you didn't want to watch the video, again, you can watch the video of that episode, but there's a part 2. The part 2 of all of our episodes is going to be in the video only format. It's not going to be in audio. It's only going to be on our website. And what's going to happen is you go to lifestylelocker.com, find the episode you were listening to, or there's going to be many of them at some point, right? Find the episode you're listening to, and then you can go ahead and listen to that second section and watch the second section. I want you to get to become a little more intimate with our guests, learn a little bit more who they are, what they stand for, what they represent, not just maybe their product or their service or their story, a little more. I want to keep this very personal, and I think this is something new that we're doing in the podcast world. So I'm sure it'll be copied, and I think that's great, because if it works and it's good, more information, more great shows to more people. I just want all of you to become human-powered life heroes so you can connect with us in all different ways. Make sure you do head into the show notes today. Make sure you are registered, right, to be on our email list. We call it our Human-Powered Hero list. It will have products and services and updates and show updates and all sorts of different things. And maybe you want to have live events at some point, right, when we'll be doing these. So make sure you connect with us. We are not going to harass you with, 7 emails a day type of thing, but we will stay connected with you. We'll keep it simple and short. And I want this to be really good for you. So I appreciate you all for listening, taking the time of your day to do this and listen to this show. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on the future episodes with our amazing guests and our amazing stories and journeys. So have an awesome one. Stay healthy, stay well. Remember to unleash your human potential and claim what's rightfully yours, which is your health and your life. I'm Dr. Josh Hant. Peace out. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Human Powered Life podcast. Make sure to head over to lifestylelocker.com to check out all the details on the show and to watch part 2 of this episode, which is only in video format. We also have this audio portion in video format if you want. Once again, I'm your host, Dr. Josh Hant, for the Human Powered Life podcast, and I'm looking forward to staying connected with you as a Human Powered Life hero. Remember to join the tribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.